Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wintercrest Field for CTN's live coverage of Town Ball as the Coon Rapids Redbirds welcome the Max Strength Grizzlies. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro behind home plate, and the Redbirds coming off a long holiday break for the 4th of July and absolutely beautiful weather for tonight's contest.
Yeah, and they're facing a struggling Grizzlies team. Comes into this season at 2-7. The Redbirds been playing some decent ball as of late. They're 7-8 on the year. I believe 3-5 in the Metro Mini.
First game in a little more than a week for the home squad, and as you see by the records, they've played quite a few more than have the Grizzlies. A look at the visiting lineup. TJ Logan, the center fielder, is ready to lead things off, followed by the third baseman, Drew Charney. Zach Helfman is behind him, the DH. Joe Merchkolowitz is doing the catching and hitting cleanup. Parker Johnson, the shortstop, behind him. Braden Ebling, Calvin Harris, Will Nelson, and Grant Holman round out the order for the Grizzlies.
On the mound for the Redbirds tonight is Brandon Wozniak. He's got a 1-1 record. He's thrown 29 innings, given up 35 hits, 14 runs. 12 of those runs earned. He struck out 20 in those 29 innings. A 3.58 earned run average on the season.
Wozniak, a good veteran presence for a Redbird squad that we've talked about the last couple of years, undergoing a youthful revolution. They do have a number of young pieces on the squad, but some wily old vets to lead the way and hopefully get them to the end goal, which is a state tournament appearance.
Yeah, and they it's a long season. They play a fair amount of games, but this is against a team here coming in. I think they played them last year, and I believe the game was rained out before they could finish. But this is an opportunity for them to get another win and see if they can even up their record at 8-8. And I know the Grizzlies want to get on a winning track. Only have won 2 games. They've been struggling a little bit, according to their head coach, Graham Anderson.
Wozniak spins one in for a strike. Starts out ahead of the count, 0-1. Logan. A line drive to left that's easily snared by Stein for out number 1.
Now, last game went extra innings again with this team against Anoka. That was a fun game. We ran a little late, but it was over at Castle Field. We had a good time.
Third baseman Drew Charney digs in. Big sweeping curveball avoids the big swing from Charney. 0-1. Fastball down and away will even the count. This one hit well to left. Going back is Stein. He will not get there. It's over the wall. A 1-out home run for Drew Charney starts the scoring as the Grizzlies take the early 1-0 lead.
We've seen a couple of fly balls long. The first one was a long out. This one, he jumped all over that fastball and gave it a ride over the left field fence to start the scoring for the Grizzlies. And I know that's exactly what they want to happen on the road here, but that pitch was perfect for him and good swing. You're going to see Stein chase it, but he's going to watch it go over the wall.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Zach Helfman. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. The Grizzlies an early 1-0 lead. Helfman takes inside, and this one popped back and out of play to even the count. Off the end of the bat, another foul ball out of play, 1-2.
They're a good spot to be in for him here. So ahead in the count at 1-2.
Pitch down to the dirt, easy take for Helfman to even the count. Wozniak trying to just bounce back after the solo home run for Charney. Fouled off, and Helfman will see another 2-2 pitch. Curveball hit well to left. Stein will wave another one goodbye. Back-to-back jacks for the Grizzlies here in the top of the first inning with one away. And they have a 2-0 lead.
Well, when you're 2-7, you're on the road and you come in and you've got a couple of home runs here in the first inning. Again, he's leaving those pitches up in the zone, and boy, I'll tell you, the Grizzly hitters are doing a really nice job of taking advantage of that, Joe, and jumping on those pitches and definitely giving them a ride. You're going to see it here, just that pitch up in the zone, and boy, he was salivating at that pitch.
Merklowitz takes a pitch for a strike and now fouls one off and falls behind 0-2. Comes back with a 3-pitch strikeout. That's a big out for Brandon Wozniak.
Wozniak needed that second out.
Bring up Parker Johnson, the shortstop for the Grizzlies. Comes out hacking, but ends up empty, 0-1.
Had a little nice drop to it at the end. Another nice pitch here to go heading the count 0-2.
Off-speed pitch stayed right down the middle, 0-2. Tries to tempt him with something down low. Trying to break off back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts after giving up back-to-back home runs that allowed the Grizzlies to jump to this 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. This one hit on a line right at Jusela. He snares it for out number 3. But 2 hits, 2 runs, none left for the max strength Grizzlies. Coon Rapids a chance to respond after this on CTF.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
The gauntlet has been thrown by the visiting Grizzlies. Here's the lineup for the Redbirds as they try to respond. Tanner Stein, the leading hitter, the leadoff man. He was out and left to watch both home runs sail over the fence. Ian Wen will start out on deck. Scott Jusela, the first baseman, will hit third. Spencer Peterson is playing in right field and hitting cleanup. Xander Parr, the DH, in the number 5 spot. Hayden Torgerson behind him. Zach White, Jackson Bates, and Cole Grebner round out the order for head coach Aaron Lindstrom. Ryan Holke hoping to flex with a 2-0 lead early. Well, excuse me, swing a slow roller. Holke gets out, gets a handle on it, throws over to Harris at first. One pitch, one out.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about Stein and how hot he's been at the plate, and you know, coming in hitting 379. But as you said, excuse me, swing for the first out of the inning.
That'll bring up Ian Wynn.
Ian's hitting the ball pretty well. He's hitting 308 on the season.
Missed a fair chunk at the beginning of the season due to injury, but back in the box, hoping to help the home team.
And certainly good to have his speed in center field for their defense.
Fastball misses in, 2-1. Holke able to blow a full fastball by him and even the count 2-2. Curveball popped up right side, just behind the the second base bag. Parker Johnson makes the catch from short. There's two gone.
Yeah, a couple of quick outs for the Grizzlies in the field, exactly the way they wanted to start. They had a nice start in their first at bat with a couple of home runs, and now a couple of quick outs. Try and get right back to the plate.
First baseman Scott Jusela. Out in front of that off-speed pitch, got just a piece of it to knock it foul. 0-1.
Jusela hitting 397 on this season. He's the leading hitter for this team with the amount of at-bats that he has. The team as a whole batting just 227.
Holke's got a lot of movement on his pitches, and Jusela able to hold off on that one. Backs away from one inside now and gets ahead in the count, 2-1. And now a miss outside, 3-1. And now Jusela in the driver's seat. 3-1 count is inside, ball 4.
Well, he'll take that. He'll take that free pass, get an opportunity to get a base runner here with 2 away.
That'll bring up the DH, Spencer Peterson, or the right fielder, sorry.
Peterson hitting 216 on the season. Looking to keep this inning alive.
Holke misses inside. Floats that one in there for strike one. That one's outside. Jusela off the bag, but the throw toward the infield, and Harris made a nice stop.
He did. He had to go. He was down on the dirt, and he had to reach out to make sure that ball didn't get by him.
Good athletic play for Calvin Harris. That's why he put an athlete at first base.
That's right. That's why I never played there.
2-1. That one spun into the dirt. 3-1. And after those first 2 outs, relatively quick for Holke, in danger of back-to-back walks, getting himself into a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. This one hit down the line and left. It'll run towards the corner. Jusela on his horse trying to get to third. He will get there. It is a 2-out double for Peterson. 2 in scoring position with 2 out.
Well, Peterson comes through with a double into the corner in left field, and Redbird's cooking a little bit here with 2 away. An opportunity for Xander Parr to see what he can do to keep this inning alive.
Right down the line, and it took Holman a bit to get around on that ball. Gave Jusela the opportunity to hustle over from first.
It almost looked like the ball died a little bit out in that outfield grass. Parr hitting .281 on the season.
DH stepping in a big spot here in the bottom of the first. No slowly wading into this ball game. You just get some good pressure in your first AB.
That's right.
Fastball backs him off the plate, 2-1. Up and in, 3-1.
Yeah, good patience at the plate by Parr. Some of those pitches not too far off. And then you want to be able to make contact with the ball and see if you can bring some runs home. But just a good job to work that count to 3-1.
This one hit well toward the gap in center, but a good read by TJ Logan. He tracks it down for out number 3. Opportunity lost by the Redbirds. They trail 2-0 after 1 on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Beautiful evening at the ballpark. Early July. What better way to spend an evening than watching some baseball?
Absolutely. I couldn't think of a better way to spend a weeknight than out at the ballpark next to Joe Young calling a baseball game and a beautiful night.
Couple of solo home runs for the visiting max strength Grizzlies in the top of the first inning by Drew Charney and Zach Helfman. Staked them to the lead. Redbirds nearly responded, got 2 into scoring position, but left them stranded there in that bottom half of the first. Braden Ebling will lead things off for the Grizzlies, and he takes a pitch on the inside edge, 0-1. And now up and in, evens the count.
Wozniak would certainly like a quick inning here after giving up some long balls in that first inning.
He actually threw fewer pitches in the first inning than his counterpart Ryan Holke. But obviously the big indicator is the scores. The score on the board. Ebling ruins another one, stays at 1-2.
Yeah, when 2 of those pitches go over the fence. Get some quick runs scored.
Tried to get him to chase a curveball off the plate. Ebling not biting. 2-2 pitch called a strike on the inside edge. Ebling thought that was in a little tight. It was not. Second strikeout of the night for Brandon Wozniak. It'll bring up Calvin Harris, the first baseman.
Yeah, unfortunately, with 2 away, the Redbirds had a couple of base runners in scoring position, unable to bring anybody across. But
Harris puts a pop onto the ball, straightaway center, and this one is going to two-hop the fence. Harris is rounding second, digging for third. He'll slide in safely with a one-out triple.
you talk about you put that good athlete at first base, boy. We saw him make that nice play in the field, but boy, he jumped on that pitch, gave it a ride to the deepest part of center field. Couldn't find the shot over the fence, but as you mentioned, it two-hopped. And Wynn's got to go back on it, bring it inside, but not before Harris gets it all the way over to third. And the Grizzlies looking to add to their lead.
First pitch popped up, right side in foul territory. Jusela squeezes for out number 2.
Big second out in the field. Like to see if they can strand that runner at third.
Yeah, if Harris puts that down either line, it's out of here for a third solo home run. Only reason it's not a 3-0 lead is because he hit it to the deepest part of the field. Grant Hallman is the number 9 hitter.
Number 9.
And he takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Wozniak misses outside, 2-1. Curveball swung on and missed. Put that up in the hitter's eyes, and then it disappears as it gets to the plate. 2-2 pitch goes back to the fastball, strike 3. Hallman knew it immediately and just turned and headed for the dugout. So a one-out triple, but the man left stranded. It's still 2-0 after an inning and a half on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at Wintercrest Park. A little town ball on a Monday night. Early July.
Yeah, it's very pleasant out here. And I'm sure as the sun goes down, it'll be very nice. I don't think it's set to get mid-70s, I think, before we're done here tonight. But we'll take it.
Hayden Torgerson will lead off for the home team here in the bottom of the second.
Torgerson hitting 172 as he steps to the plate.
Well, and Holke's got all kinds of movement on his pitches. I'm not sure if it's what exactly he's throwing there. Something that looks a bit like a knuckle or a slurve. Or Torgerson plays this one just foul down the left field line. That was nearly extra bases to lead things off.
I thought it was going to find the right side of the green, but as you mentioned, well, as we'll see, I'm sure on the replay, just missing.
Hooked it just foul down the line.
Like the thought, though.
And now 1-2. There's another breaking pitch that gets Torgerson turned over. First strikeout of the ball game for Ryan Holke.
It's a nice pitch. See the bottom of it drop out there.
Yeah, and it's also breaking in on the right-handed batters, and it does some stuff. I'm not even sure that Mr. Holke knows what it's going to do when it comes out of his hand.
But it's been working for him. Zach White hitting 167 at the plate, but does lead the team in one category. Hit by pitch. 10 times he takes one for the team.
It's so awesome. We have the crack staff looking into the
record.
Team records.
Well, I sent a message to Aaron Lindstrom to see how many times he was hitting a pitch in a season. I have not heard back from him, unfortunately, but I'm sure he...
Back-to-back strikeouts to start the second frame for Ryan Holke.
If and when I get that message from the clubhouse leader, I'll let everybody know.
Well, I noticed in the first inning, after giving up the walk to Jusela and then 3 straight Coon Rapids batters, that he fell behind after getting the first 2 outs to 3-1 counts. Jackson Bates next up for the Redbirds.
Bates hitting. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
When things are going well, when you're a knuckleball and curveball pitcher, it's great. But kind of live by the sword, die by the sword type of thing.
I was going to say Bates hitting 167 on the season. You know, the Redbirds.
Jackson would probably prefer you just let me continue to talk about anything but that
batting average. But you know what? That's just an opportunity to improve it.
Foul back to the backstop. He stays at 1-2.
He'll watch the game and he'll say that Shapiro just couldn't shut up.
It's not the first, won't be the last.
that
pitch down and away. And again, Holke in a position where he has some room to play. 2 pretty quick outs, both on swinging strike 3. Goes back to that fastball, but misses outside. And he got in both those strikeouts by mixing up the curveball and the fastball, keeping those batters off balance. Full count pitch. Popped up right side beyond the infield, but in plenty of room for Ebling to get there. For relatively outnumbered 3, the Redbirds 3 up, 3 down in inning number 2. We go to the third, the Grizzlies 2, the Redbirds 0 on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at Wintercrest Park. Disc golfer on his way back to the
Do you have one of those
parking lot.
packs like that?
I do have a backpack.
Do you? Okay.
Similar.
That you use?
with
Okay.
that, yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You looking for a caddy?
Or if you're up
Absolutely.
for it, I would definitely let you carry
Absolutely.
my bag.
We'd have a good time.
I have offered the position to my wife. She says, "What? Walk around through the woods while carrying your discs? No thanks."
I thought, were you keeping it clean for television?
That may be part of it. Back to the top of the order, TJ Logan. Big swing at the first offering from Wozniak, but comes up empty. Hit a fly ball to left field first time up.
Nice pitch there at the knees. I'll bring a wind meter with me. We can determine what the wind is. And,
I have seen guys that get out the range finder to find out exactly how far away they are. Bloop to short center. It's going to fall in no man's land. A leadoff single for TJ Logan. Fourth hit of the ball game for these Grizzlies. First one that was not extra bases.
Again, just placed it perfectly. Neither Rebner or Wynn could do anything with the ball. As you mentioned, falls right in between them.
Drew Charney hammered one out of the park.
He did.
Down the left field line. Well, more straightaway left field.
Yep.
And then Helfman's was more to left center. Both to left field, technically. Clearly, both were home runs. Couple of pitches left up high from Wozniak. The 2-0 is called a strike. Fastball well up high. 3-1.
Yeah, we've seen a number of high pitches here in this at bat.
That is ball 4, and 2 on with nobody out here to start the third inning.
Well, definitely not the way that Wozniak wanted to start here in the third. Already down 2-0. Now he's got a couple runners on, nobody out. A team that's looking to hit the ball here tonight.
Helfman, first pitch, popped up right side. Jusela settles under it, makes the catch for out number 1.
Well, they'll take that first out. Obviously, we saw last inning with Calvin Harris hitting that triple and then being stranded at third. Redbirds in the field.
And it was the next pitch after that triple that was very much similar, very similar to the Helfman pop up to Jusela. Merklowitz hammers it deep to center. Back on it is Wynn. He makes the catch. That's out number 2. Tagging and moving up is TJ Logan. He gets over to third base. That is out number 2.
On a big second out here too. Now you just you concentrate with the batter at the plate, see if you can get that third out, even though you've got runners at the corners.
So after a single and a walk to start the inning, back-to-back pitches to get outs. Now Parker Johnson. The line drive at Jusela over at first ended the first inning. This one fouling out of play.
I want to give a big shout out to Ma Bright, Coach Don Bright's mom, watching the game. He said she'll probably have our game on one screen and the Twins game on the other screen. We hope you're enjoying yourselves, enjoying the broadcast.
Nice curveball to get Johnson twisted up, 1-2.
There you can see Donnie in the background. There he is. One of the best guys ever.
That one just misses outside, and it's 2-2.
Of course, head coach Jeff Lindstrom to his right.
Called third strike, and that's a huge, huge strikeout for Wozniak and the Redbirds. They keep the deficit at 2. We're in the middle of the third on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Town ball on a Monday night at Wintercrest.
You get the itch by watching these guys disc golf, Joe? I know you said you haven't been in a while.
Actually, today is the first time in
Oh, you did play today.
almost 2 weeks that I have not played.
Oh, you have not played. Okay.
I did not play today for the first time in about 2 weeks.
I know when you went on your trip, I know you played out there, too. You went to the
I did.
out-of-state course.
I did. Cole Krebner, the only one in a Redbirds starting uniform that has not been to the plate to face Holke yet. Leads off the third inning and looks at a pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Grubner hitting .206 on the season.
And quickly it's 0-2. As again, Hulke goes back to that breaking pitch. Got him all kinds of confused. This one chopped down the line, but foul in front of third base.
Well, Hulke's ability to change up what he's doing on the mound, especially when he's ahead in the count like 0-2, he's got a good opportunity here. See if he can get Grebner to guess at something.
Another chance at 0-2. And he will get the strikeout to start the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Hulke. And the Redbirds back to the top of the order. Tanner Stein only saw one pitch, was not expecting the kind of corkscrew knuckleball he saw coming, and he just kind of stuck his bat out a little, what was that kind of swing, and he dropped it about 7 feet in front of home plate.
As I mentioned earlier in his first at bat, he's hitting the ball well here this summer. 379 on the season.
Quickly behind in the count, 0-2. And he takes a page out of Zach White's book.
Here's somebody from the dugout yell, charge the mound. Maybe he's trying to rival Zach White's hit by pitch count this year. Let's see, Stein.
He's got some catching up to do.
Yeah, that's only his second.
But again, I go back to what I said in the previous inning. You live by the sword, die by the sword. When you have a pitch that has some somewhat unpredictable behaviors, occasionally that is what you get. Ian Wynn hacking at the first pitch from Hulke and chops it out of play.
We're just in the bottom of the third, but obviously the Redbirds looking for base runners here, down 2-0.
Win a pop up to short in his first at bat. Underneath the breaking pitch, 0-2. Wynn was hoping that was inside, but he braced himself. He knew that he let a pretty good pitch go by.
He did.
Called third strike. A 3-pitch strikeout, second of the inning. Fourth of the last 6 batters for Holke.
Well, and again, a big second out here. Obviously protecting a 2-0 lead.
Checks the runner. Stein back in time. Jusela walked in the first inning. Was left stranded at third, and good bluff on the bases forces the balk by Holke, and Stein will trot over to second. It's manufacturing bases.
Hey, you'll take them. Get a runner in scoring position.
Breaking pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. 2 out, a runner now at second base for Jusela. This one hit through the cap on the right side. Stein will turn. He's coming home. The throw from Willie Nelson is there. Stein able to get around the tag. The throw goes back out to second, but Jusela in safely at second. The lead cut in half, and the Redbirds have the tying run in scoring position.
Yeah, again, hustle by Tanner Stein led to that run. He was not going to stop at third. He had every intention of scoring that first run of the game for the Redbirds, and he certainly did, as he's just going to slide around that tag. Oh, I think he was out. Wasn't he? I thought he got him coming.
Nope.
Okay, all right. Hey, I'm glad he scored.
Nope, he slid around the tag and avoided the touch from Merkowitz. And Jusela will advance on the throw, gets an RBI single. But, you know, Stein took one for the team, as you mentioned, got hit by a pitch with a couple of strikes, by the way. It was an 0-2 count. He gets hit by a pitch, and then his little bluff stutter step really got in Holke's head, forced the balk, got him into a scoring position, so that when Jusela got that hit, he was not even had.
He had a full head of steam.
Well, even if Lindstrom had put the stop sign on, I don't think he would have.
No, I think he would have run through it.
Peterson goes chasing after the high heat, ends up behind in the count, 0-2. Jusela at second base, representing the tying run. Curveball misses outside. 1-2. Misses low with the breaking pitch, 2-2. Peterson able to get a piece, foul it back to the backstop. You could argue that his delivery is a giveaway for Holke, but doesn't make it any easier to hit that pitch. Fires back with the fastball and beats Peterson for strike number 3. It's the third strikeout of the inning for Holke, but A big 2-out hit for the Redbirds gets them on the board. It's 2-1 after 3 on CTN.
Did you know? City code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov. Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On collection day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Dog days of summer are soon to be upon us.
Yes.
Our first 90-degree day. It's hard to believe we have not seen it yet, but
It's going to be warm all week.
this weekend predicted to have a couple of back-to-back 90-degree days. Another group finishing out as the day comes closer and closer to a close on the Wintercrest Disc Golf Course.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday all expected to be in the 90s next week or this weekend.
Braden Ebling will lead things off for the Grizzlies in the 4th. Strikeout victim his first time up. Wozniak continues. He's had really solid pitch numbers.
He has.
And you know, they do have 4 hits. They've left 3 stranded over the last 2 innings.
Well,
But the two big hits, of course.
yeah, we're home runs.
But outside of that, he has really had pretty good stuff on the hill.
Well, his team at the plate was able to cut the lead in half.
And a lot of ball game left.
A lot of ball games.
We're only a third of the way there.
Yep.
Fastball in for a strike. Wozniak ahead in the count, 1-2. And a curveball gets him swinging. Another strikeout. Fifth of the game for Brandon Wozniak. Calvin Harris thumped a triple to left center.
And thump, he did.
May have been hit harder than either of the home runs. Nah, probably not, but it's fun to say.
It was hit pretty hard, Lovo, but you're right, though. Those 2 home runs, they got out in a hurry.
Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by White. Wozniak with some room to play. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Curveball gets Harris swinging. 3 straight strikeouts now for Wozniak. And he's got 2 out here in the 4th. That'll bring up the right fielder, Will Nelson. Middle initial E.
Willie Nelson. I think you called him Willie Nelson with that throw from the outfield.
Popped up on the first pitch in his first at bat. Now finds himself behind in the count 0-2 quickly. Wozniak just stepping up and deliver it.
Yeah, earlier in the game, it seemed he was a little more deliberate, but it looks like his time between pitches has kind of decreased a little bit.
Nelson gets a piece, fouls it to the backstop. Wozniak looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. This one skied back and will get out of play. Nelson doing some battle. It's the longest at bat of the night so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, Wozniak would like to get out of this inning quickly, get that offense back to the plate after cutting the lead to 2-1.
Another 2-strike foul out of play. And we'll see another 2-2 pitch with 2 outs from Brandon Wozniak. This one's a fastball right down the pipe. Nelson caught looking. And that is 3 straight strikeouts in the inning for Wozniak. Retires him quickly. Gets his team back to the dish, trailing by 1 on CTN.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
The max strength Grizzlies put on a flex in the top of the first. Back-to-back home runs for Drew Charney, and then Zach Helfman put them in the driver's seat up 2-0. Redbirds scratched back. 2 out. RBI single for Scott Jusela. Tanner Stein sliding around the tag attempt for Merklowitz. And then 3 straight strikeouts in the top half of this 4th inning. Xander Parr showed a bunt, took a pitch down and in.
Well, Merklowitz and Xander Parr play together on a team, and I know.
This one hit well to left, but plenty of air underneath it. Gives Hallman time to get there for out number 1.
Yeah, long out for Parr.
And that'll bring up Hayden Torgerson. Takes a pitch inside, 1-0. It's just filthy.
Yeah, again, tough one to hit when it's on.
Goes back to the fastball, but misses low, 2-1. So one hit foul and out of play. spins it just
Yeah,
wide.
I was going to say, it didn't miss by much.
Full count. Holke leaned on that curveball again, but Torgerson kept the bat aloft. Earns himself a walk with one away.
He'll definitely take that base runner. Just a couple of base hits so far tonight for the Redbirds. Able to score that one run, but an opportunity for them here in the bottom of the fourth. See if they can, at a minimum, tie it up.
White also a strikeout victim first time he faced Holke. Holke will check on Torgerson. Hayden back in plenty of time.
White shook his head. I'm not sure if he agreed with that call, but
felt it was up and
high.
in, but
yep.
Holke gets the call ahead in the count, 0-1. Goes up and in again. This time called the ball, 1-1. Fastball misses down and in now. Called strike. The throw down not in time as Torgerson dives back safely.
Oh, good aggressive play by Merkowitz to try and get him at first. He's going to snap throw down there. It made it a close play.
Two pitch goes back to the breaking pitch, misses outside, a full count. Now full count to Torgerson. He went back to that knuckle curve, whatever it is. Missed outside. Does he do the same with one out and one on? Runner is going. Chop to short. They'll get the out at second. The relay in time, and wow. Harris stretches, makes the catch before coming off the base, and it's a double play.
A quick throw over to second, and there's a snap throw back, and tough, nice play. We talked about the athletic play he made earlier in this game, and made another one right there.
Just in time to get the double play and the threat. We go to the fourth. Max strength 2, Coon Rapids 1.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
We don't have.
Back at the ballpark, the sun has dipped below the trees. Absolutely gorgeous evening. And so far, a good ball game. Couple of back-to-back solo home runs in the top of the first inning for max strength Grizzlies. Redbirds able to get one back in the bottom of the third. Wozniak, his best inning of the night so far in that 4th inning, striking out the side. He's struck out the last 4. The 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Grant Hallman, strikeout victim, his first time up. Gets the end of it and spins it foul, 0-1.
Yeah, the Redbirds were looking to get something going here offensively last inning, but we talked about that nice inning-ending double play, that great stretch by Harris at first to complete that double play.
Wozniak comes back with the fastball and blows it past a swinging Hallman. Heading the count 0-2. Little splitter, but can't get him to bite. This one hit right back up the middle, past a diving Bates at short. And it's going to be the leadoff single for Grant Hallman.
It would have been a tough play even if Bates had been able to field that. I don't think he would have been able to get up and throw him out at the bag. But nice base hit to lead off here in the top of the 5th for the Grizzlies.
Bring up TJ Logan. 1 for 2. First pitch, foul out of play.
Wozniak again ahead in the count 0-2.
This one hit well to center. Wynn over to his right, makes the catch. Out number 1.
Yeah, the ball looked like it was going to carry a little further off the bat, but it hung up there and Wynn able to make the play.
Ian can cover some space.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we talked about.
Out there at center.
He's got wheels for sure.
Drew Charney, home run in the first, a walk in the 3rd. Looks at the cutter for a strike, 0-1. This one fouled back, out of play. Hallman, the runner at first base. Off-speed pitch down and away. Doesn't get Charney to chase. 1-2. Fastball misses outside now.
Yeah, good placement to the plate there, too, because that didn't miss by much.
Check the runner. Hallman back in plenty of time. Get the pants dirty. Know you. Proof that you played. 2-2 pitch. Popped up back and out of play.
Still 2-2 in a situation where with a runner at first, and Redbirds certainly do not want to give up any additional runs here after cutting it in half. A big strikeout.
Finally reaches back and blows a fastball by him. First time he's been able to retire Charney. 8th strikeout of the night for Brandon Wozniak. 2 outs now in the 5th inning. That runner at first base. Grant Holman a leadoff single.
You know, outside of giving up those 2 home runs in the first, he's pitched pretty well.
Zach Helfman had the second of those 2 home runs. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Or for a ball, I apologize. It's up high, 1-0. Popped up first pitch he saw in his second at bat. This one fouled to the backstop, evens the count. Fouled to the backstop, 1-2.
Get this playing with that, kind of keeping that ball low on the outside portion of the plate.
Two with 2 out, a runner at first base. Just misses outside. And Helfman able to just barely check his swing and get it to a full count.
Yeah, he definitely was looking to offer at that. And then, yeah, he barely, you're right, just barely able to make sure he didn't swing through.
Payoff pitch is low, ball 4. And now 2 on with 2 out. Bring up the catcher, Joe Merklowitz.
Now we're having a little meeting at the mound between Wozniak and Zach White.
Merklowitz is 0 for 2. Struck out on 3 pitches in the first inning. Fly ball to center his last time up. It was on the first pitch he saw. Now he comes up with 2 on, 2 out. His team holding that 2-1 lead. Tucks away from a pitch up and in, 1-0.
Yeah, that one got away from him a little bit. He's going to change baseballs.
It's got to be the ball's fault.
Absolutely. When if you want to lay some blame, do it at the baseball.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Fastball off the outside edge, 2-0. Three and 0, and now Wozniak in danger of walking the bases full. Will get me over pitch there to get strike 1.
Yeah, he'd like to avoid that if possible in this situation. Still there are 2 outs, but nonetheless, big strike there, second strike.
Merklowitz late on the fastball, and it's a full count. With 2 away, the runners will leave early. Merklowitz calls time at the plate. As the tension mounts.
Yeah, so to say, pressure pitch coming here.
Fastball called a strike at the knees. Merklowitz thought he was walking. And the only walking he's doing is back to the dugout to get his equipment back on. Bottom half of the 5th after this on CTN. back at the ballpark, and it's been a good one. Max Strength Grizzlies, a pair of solo home runs in the top of the first inning. Redbirds able to get one back in the bottom of the third. And that's where we're at, a pitcher's duel thus far.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining one at that here through 4.5 innings.
Jackson Bates, Cole Grebner, and then back to the top of the order for the Redbirds here in the fifth.
Yeah, just a couple of base hits for Coon Rapids so far tonight.
Ryan Hulke has done a nice job mixing up a kind of a standard curve, changeup, fastball, and then something gross and disgusting that moves like that.
Like that, and it doesn't hit anything anywhere near the plate.
Sometimes it puts a smile on his face, and sometimes it doesn't.
It did this time.
This one hit to center, but right at TJ Logan for out number one.
Yeah, Jackson, he got some good winning the ball, but unfortunately, right, as you mentioned, right to center field. Logan didn't have to move too much.
Grebner, a strikeout victim, first time he faced Hulke. This one chopped to the left side, backing up for it is Cherney. Throw over, it took him off the base, and Harris says, I
tagged him.
Still tagged him.
Let's take another look at that again. I mean,
I thought he did as well.
I definitely thought he tagged him.
So he's off.
No,
yeah,
I think. Well, I don't know. That's tough.
I thought he got that back foot, but
yeah,
off the base, and Grebner
he'll take it
on the bag. They're going to give him an infield single, beating it out. That one just floated in there. That's a dangerous one. I don't think you want to give that one to Tanner Stein again.
He's a good hitter. In a good situation for the Redbirds here with a good hitter at the plate and a runner on. Trailing by a run.
Trying to bunt him over. Poked at it and came up empty, and now behind in the count 0-2. Curveball gets him swinging, and a big strikeout for Ryan Hulke.
Yeah, big strikeout, second out of the inning, but who it was at the plate, big strikeout.
Sixth of the night for Hulke. Gets the second out. Ian Wynn 0 for 2 as a runner at first base, 2 away here in the fifth.
A good
down
spot.
And in.
Good spot for Ian to get his first hit tonight.
This one's foul, 1-1. High and wide, 2-1. Curveball didn't curve. 3-1. This one skied in the infield. Coming in is Ebeling from second to make the catch. And the inning is over. We go to the sixth. Grizzlies 2, Redbirds 1. You're watching Town Ball on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Pitcher's duel continues into the later innings, but we have a new man on the hill for the Redbirds. Wozniak went to 5 innings, gave up just the 2 runs on back-to-back home runs in the first.
That's Andy Brown on the mound for the Redbirds, Joe. We saw him pitch against Anoka. He's pitched 9 2/3 inning, given up 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those runs earned. Struck out 4 in 9 2/3, so 5.59 ERA.
Quickly behind in the count to Parker Johnson, 3-0. Not how he wanted to start his outing. Johnson taking all the way. A fastball right down the middle, 3-1. This one fouled to the backstop, and the count is full. Pop up to short, back on it is Bates. He makes the catch for out number 1. So a good way to fight back for Brown after falling behind 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now Braden Ebeling. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He comes out swinging and behind in the count 0-1.
This is actually Ethan Schmitz.
Schmitz strokes this one into right field. It's going to fall in front of Peterson, and it'll be a 1-out single.
First at-bat in the game, gets a base hit. Pretty good hitter coming to the plate for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Calvin Harris hammered a triple to left center first time up, but was left stranded in the second inning. Strikeout victim in the 4th when Wozniak was able to strike out the side. different pitcher, has a little bit different stuff, different looking delivery. And a curveball that did not curve at all that time, 1-1.
That was an easy one for Harris to hold up on.
Goes down after that one, a high fly to right. Back on it, Peterson makes the catch. And that is out number 2.
You got to golf that one. He made it a relatively easy play for Spencer Peterson and right.
Will Nelson 0 for 2. Fouls back and out of play. This one rolled to second. Grebner to Jusela for out number 3. 1 out single does no damage. Still 2-1 max strength after 6.5 or 5.5 on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Eddie Winters will come on in relief for the max strength Grizzlies.
Well,
starters both gave 5 very strong innings.
Yep.
Can the bullpens keep this pitcher's duel going?
We have 2 number 20s that play for the Grizzlies. 1 pitching the ball and 1 catching the ball. So the battery is both number 20s.
Huh. Should look at that. That's something you don't see every day.
No, you definitely do not. 20 pitching, 20 catching.
Scott Jusela, Spencer Peterson, and Xander Parr, the scheduled hitters for the home team here in the 6th inning. Jusela has been able to reach both times. A walk in the first, he was left stranded at third. Then an RBI single in the third, and he was left stranded at second. Fastball fouled to the backstop. Breaking pitch that did not break for Winters, 1-1. Just missed low. And now misses high with fastball. Winters not spending a lot of time between pitches either.
Definitely not. He's got to come with one here. He won't.
Down in the dirt, ball 4.
An opportunity here, see if the Redbirds can get some runs off a different pitcher. Managed one off of Hulke.
And again, Jusela on base for the third time tonight. Spencer Peterson had a double in the first inning with 2 out that really put pressure on starter Ryan Hulke at the time. He was able to come back and get that third out. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball down and away, 1-1.
Yeah, good job making sure that he didn't offer at it, because that ball was not in the zone.
Even the heart of their lineup ready to do what they need to do to move that runner over. That pitch in the dirt, good stop by Merklowitz. No chance for Jusela to advance, 2-1. Yeah,
you know, we talk about it all the time, that getting your body in front of the ball as a catcher is so important defensively, and you saw
especially
Merklowitz do that
at a field like Wintercrest that has so much foul room, and also with pitchers certainly like Hulke, but it shows Winters as well. It can go a lot of different places. Good to have a catcher who can cover some ground and deaden some balls. 3-1 pitch. Peterson thought it was ball 4, but it caught the corner up and in.
Yeah, he was ready to throw that bat to the dugout.
Runner is going. The pitch is inside. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the inning for Winters, and Redbirds have the tying run in scoring position. Go-ahead run on base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, great opportunity for Xander Parr here. Merklowitz comes out to talk to Winters before facing Xander Parr.
Parr 0 for 2, couple of fly balls, 1 to left, 1 to center. Now with 2 on, nobody out. That got him, and the bases are loaded.
Not what Winters wanted to do in that situation. Parr was looking to bunt the ball and move the runners along. And now nobody out and bases are loaded. And a lot of pressure on Eddie Winters. You can see that ball.
Parr tried to jump out of the way. He's really hoping to sacrifice his teammates over.
Hulke coming out and talking to Winters.
Not often that it's the starter that comes out to try and settle the reliever. Another look at the athletic efforts of one Xander Parr.
It hit him.
That was Justin Reeves. Got a piece of him, and an RBI hit by pitch. Back-to-back hit by pitch on 2 pitches.
The Redbirds will tie it up on that.
And now the go-ahead run at third base in Spencer Peterson. And we'll have to see what happens. That was the batting spot of Hayden Torgerson. I don't think we see Justin Reeves at third base.
I guarantee you, does White play some third? Didn't he play some third?
He does.
Yeah. They could switch spots.
White hit into a double play last time up. Now with the bases loaded, nobody out, tie ball game. 2-0 pitch is fouled back and will, fortunately for White, get out of play. 2-1. Not the way the Winters wanted to start his relief outing. Curveball smothered well by Merklowitz at the plate. But now 3-1, still no place to put him.
You think Winters is a seasoned pitcher?
Throws a fastball past White. Gets the count back to full. And now misses high with the heat.
Now all of a sudden the Redbirds here in the bottom
2
half
runs
of the sixth.
in the inning, no hits. It's the 3rd walk and 2 hit by pitch. 5 straight have reached base without the assistance of a base hit.
Well, you know, they'll take them obviously any way they can get them. They'd love to get some base hits here, obviously, but they'll take the runs regardless of how they happen.
Mark Manders.
Yep.
The courtesy runner for White at first base. Jackson Bates takes a fastball for a strike. And now up and in, 1-1.
Winters needs an out here.
Desperately.
Yep.
5 straight have reached. It's a no-hit relief outing so far for Eddie Winters.
Hit a couple of batters, but haven't given up a hit.
Big Bender smothered by Merklowitz. Count is 2-2. And now up high, full count.
A tough situation for Winters here. He's again in danger of walking in another run.
Bates gets a piece, stays alive. Pressure continues to mount on the shoulders of Eddie Winters. Able to blow a fastball past Bates and get that first out.
Huge strikeout. He needed that out. Now Jimmy Brinda's going to come to the plate for the Redbirds, hitting 114 on the season. In a situation where bases are loaded and now 1 away. Trying to increase their lead after taking it here in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch hit to center. Coming in to make the catch is Hallman from left. Tagging and coming home is Parr. Gets away from Merklowitz. Reeves will scurry over to third base. So sacrifice fly for Brenda makes it 4-2.
Yeah, Winters just want to get through this inning, and he's got to face a pretty good hitter at the plate here with 2 away and runners at the corners. Still looking for their first hit in this inning.
Yes. No hits, no errors, still 2 left. 3 already across. Tanner Stein looking for his first hit of the evening. This one rolled back up the middle. It's bobbled and dropped by Johnson. The error is going to allow this inning to continue. Reeves will score.
And still not a hit.
And still no hits in the inning.
Going to bring Drew Gertz to the plate. You see it again, and looked like he was going to be able to field it, maybe flip that ball to second and get Manders, but again, just couldn't hold the ball. Gertz hitting 0.77 as he steps to the plate. Good time here to get out of that hitting slump a little bit.
One fouled back out of play. Quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Ninth batter of the inning. Curveball misses outside for winners, 1-2. This is outside, 2-2. High fly to left field, tracked down by Hallman for out number 3. We will take a break, a 3-run inning for the Redbirds. Without the assistance of a single hit, they have a 5-2 lead.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at Wintercrest Park, a beautiful night for baseball, and 2-1 game opened up a little bit in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 walks, 2 hit by pitch, and an error. No hits, but 3 runs for the home squad.
Well, some changes in the field for the Redbirds. Justin Reeves is over at first. Jimmy Brinda is going to move to second. Scott Jusula is going to go over to third. Drew Gertz will move to center field, and the rest are the same.
Hallman pops it up in foul territory. Jusula ranges to his right, makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, all of a sudden, after the bottom half of the 6th, the Redbirds in a pretty good seat here with a 3-run lead, up 5-2.
Back to the top of the order, TJ Logan 1 for 3.
Actually, it's Elijah Stewart in the batter's box for the Grizzly.
Of course it is.
You
Who
knew
else would
that,
it
though.
be?
You knew that.
That's 6 and 8.
They look alike.
Optical illusion. Stewart, a big healthy hack at the first Brown offering he sees. The curveball stays high, 1-1. And now down low makes it 2-1. Fastball hit foul.
Oh, he held up.
Stewart, he was tempted.
Oh, he was.
Heavy fastball up high. Check the swing. Gets to a full count. And he looks at a fastball for strike 3. Brown has looked pretty solid in relief so far. Retired 5 of 6 that he's seen so far. And now Drew Charney had the first of the back-to-back home runs in the first inning.
And the Redbirds again looking for a quick inning here in top of the 7th. Get right back to the plate, holding now a 3-run lead.
Curveball in for a strike. Curveball dies early, and Charney holds off the pitch down low, 2-1. Fastball misses outside, 3-1. This one hit well down the left field line. It is gone and fair. Second home run of the ball game for Drew Charney.
Yeah, he got underneath that one, but gave it a long ride. It's 325 down that left field fence line. And he's able to clear the fence, and it's now 5-3 in favor of the Redbirds. As you mentioned, home run number 2 for Mr. Charney. Yeah, just good timing. He just watched that one go. He knew it, kind of shook his head tonight. Yep, that's gone.
You saw Brown hoping that it would hook foul.
Yep.
Immediately. He knew it had the distance. Now Zach Helfman, he had the other home run in the first inning.
That's hit number 7 in the game for the Grizzlies. Out hitting the Redbirds 7-2 and trailing 5-3.
That curveball just right through the zone. Even the count, 1-1. Another curveball. Helfman's swing comes up empty. 1-2.
Yeah, just take out whatever just before.
Spiked the curveball. 2-2. Fastball
nice
right
pitch.
down the middle. Helfman couldn't pull the trigger. Second strikeout victim of the inning. Another solo home run for the Max Strength squad, but Coon Rapids leads 5-3 going to the bottom of the 7th.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov. Did you know city code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more? Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Beautiful shot of the moon here at Wintercrest Park as we get into the latter part of the ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Coon Rapids with 4 runs in the 6th on 0 hits.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They left a couple more stranded.
And all 3 of the Grizzlies' runs have come on solo home runs. Let's see if Eddie Winters can have a little better
I
inning.
was just going to say, Eddie Winters hoping his second time through the order is a little bit cleaner. He'll start in exactly the same spot as he did face 9 batters in his first inning of relief. Scott Juselo started things with a walk and ended up scoring, what at the time was the tying run. Big sweeping curveball is in the zone that time, 1-1.
Yeah, looking to have a much quicker and more efficient inning.
This one skied. It'll stay in the infield. Harris is there to make the catch for out number 1.
And he retires pretty good hitter at the plate to get that first out.
That's the first time Jusela has been retired. 2 walks and a single. Also had an RBI and a run scored. And now Peterson out in front of that pitch a little bit, 0-1. Peterson is 1 for 2, had a double back in the first inning, walked and scored in that 4-run 6th.
That pitch bouncing in front of the plate. We saw a lot of that in the, a little bit of that in that last inning that he pitched.
Healthy hack for Peterson, but no contact. It's 2-2. Is he wearing work gloves? I think those are actual work gloves, not even.
Well, that could be.
Not even batting gloves. I like it. I'm going to work. Wishes he could have done some work with that hanging curveball right there. He knew as soon as it got there that that was one he couldn't just look at. It's a called 3rd strike. 2nd strikeout of the outing for Eddie Winters. And more importantly for him and the Grizzlies is 2 quick outs to start this inning.
Now he's facing Mark Manders in the ball game, hitting 100, even 100 on the season.
Pitch misses high. It's 2-0. Down and away, 3-0. Taking all the way, but Winters takes advantage and fires a fastball down the middle, 3-1. And now miss up high, and a 5-pitch walk keeps the inning going.
Yeah, with 2 away, Redbirds trying to see if they can get that one run back that they gave up. Brings up Justin Reeves, hitting 192.
Reeves an RBI hit by pitch and would later score. Took over at first base in the top half of this 7th inning. Throw down, Manders back in plenty of time. Curveball down in the dirt. Good stop by Merklowitz.
And again, just making sure he gets that that ball out in front of him.
The 3-1 pitch is down in the dirt. Back-to-back 2-out walks.
Another walk to the mound here to talk to Winters.
Well, Winters struggled to get outs. He first 6 guys he faced reached base. This time in the 2nd inning, he comes in, gets the first 2 outs, and now struggling with that control. You don't want to see, again, you give up 6 straight base runners without a hit. This game's still well within reach.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Still plenty of time left. We're just in the bottom half of the 7th. Grizzlies have a couple more at-bats before this one's over.
Zach White, an RBI walk in that 4-run 6th inning.
Again, just 2 hits still in the ballgame for the Redbirds.
Well, they had originally given Grebner an infield single, and then they changed that one to the walk. That was in the bottom of the 5th inning. That was the one that we thought Harris may have tagged him to avoid that infield single, but it was originally up there as hit number 3 in the inning. And at some point it was then withdrawn. 2-0 now to Zach White.
Hit him.
Of course it did.
That's team leading 11 for Zach White. I don't think I ever did hear back from Aaron Lindstrom on how many times he was hit.
I will say that's probably the softest hit he has taken in those 11 right there. That one just barely got his sleeve. But that's 3 straight to reach base with 2 outs. It's nine base runners that Harris has, or Winters has allowed without a single hit.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's a crazy stat.
said, I'm going to come out and step on the gas, and then we're just going to go that route. First pitch was in there. Second one a bit high, evens the count 1-1 to Jackson Bates. Bates 0 for 3. That pitch down and in. They go behind the lead runner, Manders, and nearly caught him, but the ball popped away from Charney. No chance for Manders to try and move.
Well, a run or two here in this situation for the Redbirds can make it much more difficult on the Grizzlies as you see the throw down to third get away.
Two and one to Bates, fouled to the backstop. And that is going to be strike 3, and a huge third out for Eddie Winters to get out of a jam. Still, Redbirds lead 5-3 going to the 8th on CTN.
Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On Collection Day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
After trailing from the very start of this contest, the Redbirds scored 4 times in the 6th inning without the benefit of a single base hit. They've been able to take the lead at that point 5-2. Drew Charney, his second solo home run of the night. He's hit 2 of the 3 solo home runs for the Grizzlies in this one. Charney and Healthman went back-to-back in the top of the 1st inning. Gave the team a 2-0 lead at the time. They held a 2-1 lead until that 6th. Now we see the 3rd pitcher of the night for the home squad. Matthew Redmond takes over in the 8th.
Richmond has pitched 6 1/3 innings. He's given up 9 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned. Struck out 8 in those 6 1/3. A 4.26 earned run average as he takes the mound.
Merklowitz, Johnson, and Ebling, the scheduled hitters. Actually, it's Schmitz has taken over that number 6 spot. Joe Merklowitz, one of the 2 number 20s.
Yeah, or as his teammate Xander Parr calls him, Merk.
First pitch, foul down the left field line.
We turned on it.
It's a little too early as it would turn out. Curveball got him ducking away, nearly fell back in.
It almost did.
White was waiting for the strike call, but ruled that it stayed high. This one chopped to the left side. Bates takes his time, makes the throw to Reeves for out number 1.
Yeah, confident in his arm. Obviously took plenty of time just to make sure he had a good throw over there for the first out of inning number 8.
Parker Johnson 0 for 3. Line out, strikeout, and a pop-up. Hammers this one to left center. Long run. Stein is there for out number 2.
Tanner Stein covered a lot of ground to get to that ball. A long fly out.
And he shaded him pretty hard to center. Yeah. Put himself into a good position. But yes, got a good read off the bat, and he's got good speed in the outfield as well. Schmitz is 1 for 1. Entered the lineup, had his first at bat in the 6th inning. This one will get foul. Outside. Comes back with a fastball right down the middle, a challenge pitch. Schmitz.
He looked at it.
Did not take a hack. Nope. 2-2 with 2 out. Richmond trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Curveball foul back out of play. Curveball outside, gets away from White. Full count with 2 out.
Yeah, again, just Richmond just trying not to lose him here. As you mentioned, like to get a quick inning, get back to the plate.
There haven't been many 1-2-3 innings. Only one on each side, maybe. Beauty of a bender right there into the zone for strike 3. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Richmond and the Redbirds in the field in the 8th. They bat again the bottom half after this on CTN.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov. Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back on a buggy night at the ballpark. Coon Rapids Redbirds a 5-3 lead despite being out-hit in this one.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game the way it's all unfolded.
3 solo home runs for the visiting Grizzlies. And then the 4-run 6th inning for the Redbirds without a hit in the inning. Jimmy Brenda digging in his second at bat of the ball game. He had a sacrifice fly first time up.
Winters who had a better 7th than he did a 6th back on the mound.
But after getting 2 quick outs, he was loaded the bases, bring the drama back. Brenda fouls it to the backstop, 1-2. Curveball is in for strike 3. Brenda can't believe it. That's a big call for Eddie Winters.
Yeah, for sure it is.
I mean, Brenda didn't think that was anywhere close.
Oh, it certainly wasn't.
Wow. Might have to put a bow around that one.
Yeah.
Back to the top of the order, Tanner Stein looking for his first hit tonight. Up high makes it 2-0 quickly. This one fouled to the backstop.
Yeah, Tanner usually has a hit or two by now. Looking to get, as you mentioned, get in that first one.
Well, he's gotten on base a couple of times. He reached on an error in the 4-run 6th inning. He's hit by a pitch earlier in the ball game and scored back in the 3rd. Now a 3-1 count.
Yeah, he was looking for that free pass.
Called strike as he checked his swing. Back-to-back strikeouts to start for Eddie Winters.
Yeah, big strikeout for Winters there on a really good hitter.
This is what he was looking for in his first inning in relief. Instead finds himself on the hook for the L, needing to keep it to a 2-run deficit and hope his team can work some magic in the 9th. Gertz 0 for 1 at a fly ball to left field. Fastball is in to even the count. Down and in. Another fastball that freezes the Redbirds hitter.
Yeah, nice pitch to even it up.
2-2. This one hit back through the middle. 2-out single for Gertz.
You know, it's I don't know if you mentioned this or we talked about this, but Winters has an interesting delivery. He almost stops before his raises his leg and almost stops before he makes the delivery to home plate.
Scott Jusela.
Another pretty good hitter at the plate, tried to keep this inning going.
1 for 2 today, but he's been on base 3 times. He's driven 1 in and scored 1 himself. Changeup misses wide, 1-0. This one hit right back through the middle, back-to-back base hits with 2 outs for the Redbirds here in the 8th. Trying to pad their 2-run lead.
Yeah, looking for that little bit more insurance here once they're out of this inning to go to the top of the 9th. But, you know, we talked about just 2 base hits up until now, 2 here in the bottom of the 8th for the Redbirds.
Peterson 1 for 3 with a walk, a run scored. That one's in the dirt all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance. Big turn for Gertz at third.
Huge.
He thought about it.
He did.
But there's a lot of foul territory here. That's not enough to take third and home.
We can see
first to third, perhaps.
You talked about the bugs here. It is definitely buggy. You saw it in that last shot of Winters.
Big cut by Peterson.
The bugs abound.
Winters misses down and away, 2-1. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Redbirds up by 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Fastball misses wide, 3-1.
Winters has to bring it here.
This one skied, will stay in play.
That's yours, Young.
Merklowitz doesn't see it. Nobody else can get to it. And Peterson is going to get another chance.
Oh, 3 Grizzlies hustling for that ball.
Well, Merklowitz just
Harris
lost
all the way
it
in from first.
immediately.
Yep.
Had no idea where that was. Winters coming in from the mound was trying to help his catcher, and as you mentioned, Harris came in from first. See if he could make a play on it. Try again, full count, 2 out. Foul back and out of play. That is going to be a called third strike, a huge out for Winters and the Grizzlies, but they need 2 to tie, 3 to take a lead. 9th inning is next on CTN.
In 1998, CTN debuted one of the greatest broadcast trios ever assembled. Jerry the Coach Grant joined Howie and Joe to create a hockey announcing trifecta. But after a wildly successful 10-year run, Jerry, the darling of the team, suddenly went missing. Letters of concern and support poured in from the hockey community as a massive manhunt was launched. After almost 2 days with no sightings, the search was finally called off. Fans say the coach always had a knack for technical insights that they so loved. But now, a new chapter begins in the legend of Jerry Grant. He's back, and in the broadcast booth of CTN, all season long.
Just a few of the flying frenzy here at Wintercrest Park. Nice thing is with all the lights, they're drawn to the lights and they stay away from me.
I don't know, your shining personality. I think they come around, they buzz around, see if they can catch some of that.
I stay close to Shapiro, and Shapiro's so sweet.
Oh, they
leave me alone.
And
Dylan Stay coming in, trying to keep this one as a win for the Cardinals, or for the Redbirds, rather. Might be the first time I've called them Cardinals all night.
Yeah. Stay has pitched 5 1/3 innings. He's given up 10 hits, 15 runs. 13 of those runs are earned. He's got a 21.94 earned run average as he takes the mound.
He's going to face the bottom third of the order, starting with Calvin Harris, who just absolutely hammered a triple to the left center cap in his first at-bat. Since then, a strikeout and a flyout. Now he comes up in a big spot with his team trailing by 2 in the 9th. First pitch misses down and away.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here with Harris. We saw what he can do when he gets a hold of a pitch.
Well, so far, Stay has not been able to find the zone, behind in the count 2-0. And now 3-0. And a 2-run lead, not a lot of room for error.
No, definitely not. I mean, and the Redbirds had some opportunities to add on to this lead in the last couple of innings, but not able to do so.
Well, and you saw how quickly things can go south.
Yeah.
With the introduction of Eddie Winters in the bottom of the 6th inning. Harris had the green light down 3-0, and he swung hard, but could not find the baseball. 3-1. Leadoff walk.
Well, not the way that Redbirds wanted this this top of the 9th to start, putting the leadoff hitter on base with a free pass.
Well, the Redbirds, after a week off for the 4th of July holiday, have another game right away again tomorrow.
Yep.
So they must be mindful of that as they manage their pitching staff. One stays up and in, 1-0 to Will Nelson. Nelson 0 for 3. Runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. His team trailing by 2. Stay gets the fastball past him. 1-1.
There you saw the numbers on Will E. Nelson.
I'm sure he's heard it his entire life.
I'm sure of it. We're not the first.
Won't be the last.
Nope.
In case you were aware, there's a country music guy by the name of Willie Nelson. He's okay.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's made a good living.
This one hit well, but it will get well foul and out of play. Count goes to 1-2. Curveball hit foul. It'll stay 1-2. Curveball misses outside, 2-2.
Stay looking for that first out here.
This one back up the middle. Bates grabs it, tags the bag, throws over for the double play.
Well, that was tailor-made, that double play. Right to a perfect spot for Bates, as he only had to take a couple of steps to touch the bag, and then he just wanted to make sure he made that good throw. And all of a sudden, there's two away.
Yeah, when the ball meets you at the base for the first out, it makes the double play that much easier. And now Grant Hallman is the last hope for the Grizzlies. Hard hack at the first thing he sees. 0 for 1. Down in the dirt, evens the count. In there for a strike, and the Grizzlies are down to their last strike.
And the Redbirds are a strike away from evening their record up at 8-8. There it is.
Curveball gets Hallman swinging. Stay gets the save. The Redbirds get the 5-3 victory.
Yeah, nice win for the Redbirds. As we talked about, a quick 2-0 lead for the Grizzlies. And then it didn't matter that they weren't hitting the ball. They were able to score runs, and they end up winning 5-3 here to make that record at 8-8.
Well, as the saying goes, you'd rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Yep.
Well, this was the epitome of winning ugly. A 4-run 6th inning without a hit in that frame. They took advantage of the struggles in relief for Eddie Winters in that first inning. He came out and able to turn it into a victory.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, they'll play another game tomorrow night, and quick turnaround, but get the win here.
That is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score: the Redbirds 5, the Grizzlies 3. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.